Hello everyone. Let's go through demo problem 1, which is going to be a very simple example. We are going to take a Python list of grocery shopping items and convert that into a HTML file with bulleted list for each of the items. Recall that bulleted list is nothing but UL tag or unordered list tag. I hope you've been able to download the template notebook file. I've set up demo problem 1 and demo problem 2 in such a way that the detailed pseudocode is provided for both of those problems. If you need additional practice, please pause the lecture video here and try to write the code for demo problem 1 on your own. You already know everything in order to be able to solve this particular problem. We are going to create a function called gen_html. I'm going to include two parameters. First one is going to be shopping underscore list, and the second one is going to be html underscore path, which is going to be the path to the HTML file where we want to write the shopping list items. For now, I'm just going to use the print function call to display shopping underscore list. Outside the function, let's define a variable called shopping, which is going to store a list of items. Let me define the items as strings, apple, oranges, and then peaches. Let me invoke gen_html function. I'm going to pass shopping as the first argument. For the second argument here, I want to pass the path to the HTML file. Always make sure to use relative path. I'm going to use the relative path as shopping.html. Let me execute this particular cell over here. Observe that right now we are getting the display as apples, oranges, and peaches because we just have a print function. We have to write a for loop to iterate over each item in this list. So I'm going to say for item in shopping underscore list. Let me go ahead and display item using print function call. We are getting each of those within single line. That's good. We want to be able to create a HTML file where we write UL tag as the outer tag. So I'll have to use the open function call and specify HTML underscore path variable as the argument number 1. And for argument number 2, I'll have to pass the string W. That's because we are opening this file in write mode. Always remember to add the close function call right after you finish typing the open function call. And then in between, you can type whatever operation you want to perform with that file object instance. The first function call that I want to invoke with f is going to be to write the UL tag. So I'm going to invoke the write function and pass the string UL tag as argument. I'm going to mention UL within angle brackets here. Inside every iteration of the for loop, instead of using the print function call, we want to be able to use the write function call to write the item along with the li open tag. So I'm going to skip writing the close tag. The open tag is going to be li within angle brackets, which I'm mentioning inside the string. I have to concatenate that with item over here. After the for loop is over, we need to close the UL tag. So I'm going to invoke a write function one more time, and I'm going to type the close UL tag within the string here. Let's execute the cell one more time. I'm going to switch to the home page of my Jupyter Notebook connection. Observe that a new file called shopping.html got created. You're getting the list of items in a nice unordered list over here. Let's right click on this page and click on view page source. Observe that you're getting a different format if you do that within the Jupyter Notebook. So how can you view the page source within Jupyter Notebook? You're going to have to click on that particular checkbox beside the HTML file and click on edit over here. Why did we not get new lines in here? The format of the HTML file is not that readable, right? We did not get new lines because we did not write new lines as part of the write function call. Recall that when it comes to write function, you'll have to explicitly add new line. We are going to go ahead and do that by adding a /n after this particular UL tag. and by including a /n after every li tag, and you can include a /n after the close UI tag here. Let me execute the cell again. If we go and refresh the edit version of the HTML file, you'll now notice that you're getting a neatly formatted HTML source file for this particular HTML. Make sure you understand the difference between using new line and a line break tag. If you use a new line, you're introducing a new line within the source HTML file. If you use a line break tag, you'll be introducing a line break within the rendered version of the HTML file. I'll pause the lecture video here. In the next video, we are going to continue going through about other HTML tags.